All right.
Because I'm drinking tea.
Yeah, we're starting off with tea here.
Before the beer.
Listeners, yes. Listeners, welcome back. How are you listeners doing? I hope everyone's doing well.
It's raining sideways.
It's raining sideways. How are you, Kishion? How's it going?
I'm good. I'm wonderful.
I'm Eric, and welcome to the Gamepad Saga Podcast.
Clipsness and Kyoji.
Oh, gosh. Old screen name, gamer tag.
I still go by Kyoji.
Today, we finally get to talk about Nintendo's favorite mascot, Mario. And we are also going to discuss why you believe that he is insane.
Yes, he's insane. He's an antisocial sociopath. Or it's antisocial personality. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, before we go down that road, give a little backstory here. So, Mario was created by Shigeru Miyamoto. Apologies if I mispronounced the name. He was a video game designer, producer, and he is currently a director at Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
He helped design Mario alongside with Yoshi Katabi, who is a Japanese animator and a character designer.
You know, you are pronouncing those really well, by the way.
I try, man.
You are. You really are. Because, I mean,
Thank
I try to dabble in a little bit of the language and stuff like that. You actually pronounce those pretty well.
So, Mario, well, at the time, back in 1981, when it came out in the arcade for the game Donkey Kong, he was a side character, wasn't his own game yet.
Side business Mario. That's
But
what we'll call him.
His name wasn't Mario at the time. He went by Mr. Video.
Oh.
Or he went by Jumpman. So Donkey Kong was released in Japan, July 9th in 1981.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an arcade game. And it's made its way to America, July 31st of 1981. And this was Nintendo's first big hit in the States. And it was the beginning of the Donkey Kong and Mario franchise. He was originally a carpenter. And they made him a carpenter because the setting of the Donkey Kong game was at a construction site in New York.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
The name Mario comes from Mario Seagull, and he was Nintendo of America's landlord. So that's
interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. All right. So let's say you're talking about Donkey Kong, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, right?
Yes.
Or that would be the first Donkey Kong game.
Oh, yes, first
Okay.
Donkey Kong game, yes.
So let's back it up a little bit. Now let me throw some facts in here real quick. Now, mind you, this is all speculation. Some of the information I got from the game theorists. Pat is the guy's name. They do have a YouTube channel. Check them out. So I do want to give a bibliography of where I got some of my sources from.
Mm-hmm.
But
references, I guess, yeah.
So let's go into the game. So Donkey Kong, basically, I think you're Mario. No, it's Mario vs. Donkey Kong, right? Or is it just Donkey Kong?
It's Donkey Kong.
But you're using Jumpman.
Jumpman, yes.
Yes, okay. Mr. Jumpman. We'll call him Jumpman for right now. Okay. Jumpman. So Jumpman's trying to get his girlfriend.
Yes.
Right.
Who is, at the time, just goes by the name Lady.
We'll get into this and we'll get into these facts in a little bit too. So he's trying to get Lady from Donkey Kong, right?
Yes.
How many levels are there?
I believe there was 4 levels.
4 levels, climbing steel girders, jumping over things, using a hammer to beat things up. But what is the reasoning behind Donkey Kong actually stealing Lady from Jumpman? Well, let's go back to the Game & Watch series, where Jumpman was actually the circus leader.
Circus leader?
Yes, he ran a circus. Donkey Kong was the spectacle of it, and he had to juggle pineapples while trying to avoid fireballs. And then whenever he got hit with a fireball, Jumpman would laugh at him. I mean, you taking care of animals. You would think that you'd be like, oh shit, you all right? You okay? Like, you tend to it, all the rest of that good stuff. Like, you're my main attraction. You're making me money. But yet, I'm being laughed at by my owner, my master. Slavery. But yeah. So we had to back it up there because that's where the history of that is.
Mhm.
So whenever there is something that's happened, there's a cause and effect. The cause is that Jumpman was burning the hell out of this poor monkey's hands, this
Yes.
ape's hands, trying to juggle pineapples. And then now the game comes to the States and we're like, oh, well, this monkey's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's just pissed the fuck off.
Right.
And he's upset that you burnt my hands to I don't know how many times people played the damn game that I'm going to get back at you. It was the get back.
Mm-hmm.
It was the get back.
Okay.
But people don't understand that.
No.
His insane meter has gone up just a little bit. It's going to get more.
So speaking of Donkey Kong, he would later be reinvented. In 1994, they changed his name to Cranky Kong, and then he would become known as Donkey Kong's grandfather.
Yes, they are descendants, yes.
Mhm. You know, she's kind of known as Mario's girlfriend. You know, obviously he goes to rescue them.
Mm-hmm.
Mario chasing tail. Look at that.
Mm.
Could this be where the insanity started? Who knows?
Oh, it gets worse.
Gonna go save his girlfriend. Later in the Nintendo release, when those games was ported or when Donkey Kong was ported in Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
Lady got a name change and they changed her name to Pauline.
Pauline.
Nice to see that change.
Yeah, well, I mean, so here's another side note too I want to throw out there. Now, you had said that Cranky is the original Donkey Kong, right?
Yeah.
And we have Donkey Kong afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
The Donkey Kong that, we all grew up to play with. Now, I'm not saying Jumpman is the only insane one here because how long does an ape live? Let's check it out.
Yeah.
How long does a silverback gorilla live? We're going to figure this out because I have not a theory. All right, so roughly 35 to 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's still more than what people lived in the medieval times and the Middle Ages and stuff.
Yes.
So Mario would have to be somebody else. Either that.
Somebody else.
Well, think about it. So how old do you think Jumpman was when he was running a circus? He had to have been an adult. Had to have been at least late 20s, early 30s. At that time, anyway, that's when you were really into your careers.
Right.
Nowadays, you're in your careers at like early 20s.
True.
So we'll just say 30, right? We'll just say 30, 31.
Mario's being shown as being born on October 11th of 1955.
There's no way this man's immortal. There's just no way. There's no way. And the other thing is, unless there's different timelines.
Wish there could be. I don't know if Nintendo was big on, well, they could.
Zelda.
Zelda. Well, I mean, as far as Mario franchise goes.
No, well, I don't think they really have anything like that. But, okay, so my theory is that Jumpman was also a descendant of the actual Mario that we grew up playing.
Okay, that's plausible. Yeah. We'll have to look in that when we do. I guess might have a part 2 to this.
Right. Mario's still insane, though, by the way.
Mhm.
And Jumpman's just as insane. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Right.
35 to 40 years for a silverback gorilla. So that means Cranky was literally on his deathbed.
Back in 81?
Well, I mean, when Donkey Kong came around, when the younger Donkey Kong came around, he was literally on his deathbed.
Yes.
So we're here fighting a generational battle here.
Right.
But there's no way that same Jumpman is not now the Mario. There's no way.
That's true. Yeah.
See, this is something I was thinking about as we were talking. But that's besides the point. So continue. I'm listening.
So, Donkey Kong Jr. was released August 2nd of 1982 in Japan.
This is still Jumpman, by the way.
Another arcade release game. And then it did not make its way to America until September of 1982. And this time Mario's mad. He comes back with a vengeance. And he gets the great idea to capture Donkey Kong.
Oh, here we go.
He did this because, Donkey Kong took on Lady, or Pauline, previously. And Mario makes Donkey Kong Jr. jump through hoops to get his father back.
Now, what type of hoops we're talking about? Electricity. He's whipping birds. He is literally whipping birds to go after Donkey Kong Jr. You're telling me that's sane? Now, mind you, if you ever played the game, if you looked at that little monkey's face, you looked at Donkey Kong Jr.'s face, you want to tell me that he was okay?
I don't think he was.
That man was stressed the fuck out. What? Like he probably was sad the whole time trying to do all this.
Trying to get his father. Yeah.
Trying to dodge lightning and random ass fucking ravens. Like what? What? And you see the man just whipping this. Hey, you need to go get him. Go get him. How many levels were on that? So it was 4 in the previous. I'm guessing there's probably like maybe 4 to 6 on this one because games were really short back then.
Yes, they were. But I don't know. It felt like they took forever to complete.
Yeah. But remember, we didn't have the concept of time when we were kids.
That's true.
But yeah, I think
this one also contained 4 levels.
No, see
4 levels. I believe, and the NES port only contains 3.
So what happened when you got Donkey Kong? What happened? Did Jumpman break his neck? What?
When Mario captured him?
No. When Donkey Kong Jr. got Donkey Kong, a.k.a. Cranky Kong.
With the helicopter. I guess between stages, Mario kidnaps him, flies him in a helicopter.
Get him back.
Yes.
Then
so Mario takes him to his hideout.
Yeah, that's some insane stuff there.
It's a hideout. So Mario gets in a helicopter and carries Donkey Kong away to his hideout, which is at the top of a skyscraper. And, I'm starting to think you are right about Mario being insane. DK and Mario are standing on a platform that disappears after DK Jr. inserts 6 keys into the respective keyhole. DK and Mario start to fall. Donkey Kong Jr. obviously catches Donkey Kong. And then they run off. You know what happened to Mario? He hits the ground and he runs off. Like
that's horseshit. That's horseshit. You know what? I'm so sick of this. It's fucking Wile E. Coyote type stuff. Come on, man.
But when the game was ported to the Nintendo Entertainment System, he falls to his death.
Well, that sounds a lot better.
So there you go. So that could bring him to being another Mario coming after him.
Okay, so then now, here's the thing. Here we go. This is something else I'm coming up with now. This is something else. He passes, right? Leaves behind Mario and Luigi. Now, this is where we can get into how the personalities of both characters have come about, right? So Mario, he's just insane, just like his dad, Jumpman. And that's the other thing too. Jumpman was a carpenter. Mario's a plumber.
So
both trades.
That's true. I was going to say, as far as the gaming wise, the reason why they made him a carpenter for those games, because it was in a construction site. Then when Mario Brothers games release, since they're going through the pipes and underground, then they say, hey, let's change them to a plumber. But yeah, you could be right about that.
See? The wheels are spinning as we're having this conversation. The wheels are spinning. So again, Mario's insane. Luigi saw the insanity in both Jumpman and Mario after Jumpman had died. No, he's timid. I guess he's a plumber too. I'm not sure.
Yes. Yeah, the brothers. Mario's the oldest.
Yeah, so
are older.
Apparently Dr. Mario is another brother too.
Another one.
Yeah, during the Mario movie, they were talking about, your brother became a doctor.
Wow.
And he's been gone for so long. Have you seen the movie?
No, I have not. Now, as previously mentioned, he's not a carpenter. He's now a plumber. And Luigi's introduced.
Luigi. He got the short end of the stick. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But speaking of which, so now the first Mario game, was it in Mushroom Kingdom?
Yes. So Mario Bros. Takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay, so
or the land of Mushroom Kingdom.
Here's the beginning of insanity, right? So did you know that when Mushroom Kingdom was taken over by Bowser and the Koopa, that the Koopa were known for black magic?
Yes. That is reference. Yeah, Super Mario Bros. Yes.
So first off, how the hell are you a plumber in a world where there's black magic? I don't know. But a video game,
Maybe
I get
he's
it.
Tripping or something.
Oh, you know what? He probably was high, because here's the deal. The black magic, and the citizens of Mushroom Kingdom were all the toads, right?
Yes.
The black magic turned all the toads into grass, blocks, stone, all kinds of other things that there is. I don't think the pipes were the toads either.
Mm-mm.
But let's just say he didn't know this, right? Let's just say he didn't. I want to say he didn't know this. But every brick that you hit, you are killing a toad at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Every stone that you go over with,
Look,
whatever fucking object that you have or whatever thing that you get, you're killing a toad.
he didn't know. He was just worried about chasing tail because at the end of the day, he wanted to go rescue Princess Toadstool.
So here's my argument to that. If he didn't know, how the fuck do you live in a world and not know that there's black magic? I would say that's a common thing to know about.
Right.
But then again, I guess if you look out, we're skipping ahead real quick, but giving an example. In Paper Mario, the original in N64, Mario does not live in Mushroom Kingdom. He lives in a house out in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, maybe you might not know that.
Mm-hmm.
But say if you did. You know how many people you killing? You know how many bricks I busted up in that game?
I'm sure tons.
I killed so many toads. but then now that I know this, because I didn't know this at the time, but now that I know this now, are those toads on my conscience now?
I would think they are, yeah.
I drove Mario to kill those toads. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe, just maybe, the person who was wielding Mario is the insane person.
That's a good point.
You know what? Look, this is the wheels are just turning the whole time we're having this conversation.
So we step forward a little bit. That was for Super Mario Bros.
Yeah. All right, it's beer time.
Beer time.
I don't know. See, I'm coming up with all these thoughts, right? And I haven't even had my beer yet. I haven't even indulged
Not yet.
in insanity of barley and hops.
Super Mario Bros. Was released September of 88.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't make its way and released in Japan until September 14th, 1992. So this was a decision that was made by Howard Phillips and Minoru Arakawa. He was the head of Nintendo of America, and he gave Phillips a job of playing through all the levels for the Japan game. Apparently, I guess the game was too hard for Japan. I guess they could not beat the game. So this is why they held off on releasing the game. So,
oh, did you know it was an actual different game?
Is that the one between, was it Lost, or I forgot the name of that show, but yeah, they copied and pasted another game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So those of you that don't know, Mario 2, which was actually one of my favorite Marios, Mario 2 was actually a completely different game. Completely different. Because if you played Mario 1 and Mario 3, they're pretty much damn near the same. Almost. I mean, obviously the graphics are different, the design's different, all the rest of that good stuff. But if you look at Mario 2 is completely different.
Yes, this time he's picking up vegetables and throwing them.
Mm-hmm. He's a harvester now.
Wart is the antagonist who comes to, I guess, take over the world. And he doesn't like veggies. So kids, eat your veggies.
Yeah.
But in this game, you can play as Mario, Luigi, Toad, or Princess Toadstool.
Everybody had different abilities.
Yes.
Mario was pretty much an all-around character. Luigi could jump super high and float. He was like a little floaty. Princess Peach could fly. And I don't remember what Toad did because I never picked Toad.
So for Toad, he had lifting power, which allows him to maintain his jumping height and running speed while carrying an item.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That little thing?
Yeah.
So that goes to show that I guess at some point theoretically that there's a different timeline, right? Because the game is not part of the Mario world, it's part of something else. But yeah, that game was kind of, like I said. Then we got Mario 3.
Yes, Super Mario Bros. 3 was released in Japan October 23rd of 1988. Then it's made its way to the States on February 12th of 1990.
All right.
Now our heroes are dealing with Bowser
and the Koopa.
Yes.
And let's be real here. There's still bricks and stone in vegetation.
Mm-hmm.
We are 2 games in, technically 2 games in. in the Mushroom Kingdom world. He hasn't figured that out yet?
No, he hasn't.
I don't know. Mario could be a mass murderer, or the person wielding Mario could be a mass murderer. Think about that one.
Not much, really. Super Mario 3, pretty much the same.
Yeah, for the most part. I liked
the
it.
levels. You liked it?
I liked it.
So I'm just trying to remember if I played Super Mario before I played, or Super Mario on Nintendo, not Super Mario World, but I'll try to think.
You talking about Super Mario All-Stars?
No. Super Mario for Super Nintendo.
Okay.
I believe I played that first before I played the older games.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So,
fair.
I don't, because I never owned them when I had a Nintendo. Someone else did. So I don't think I ever completed any of the games.
Mm-hmm.
Just obviously the first few levels. But, I mean, they are what they are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it like my favorite game. I mean, Mario is just Mario, but it was fun to play.
Yeah, it's a very basic formula. Very fun. Yeah. Very basic.
Simple to the point.
Where are we at with that? So
before we move on, listeners, go ahead, reach out to us and share your memories, thoughts about Mario.
Or even just tell us we're fruity because we even got this idea to do this. Like all you Mario fanboys and fangirls, I can't believe you would even say such thing. Well, I mean, this is just a theory, but also there is some truth to some of this. There's some truth to everything to some degree. This man's insane.
Yeah. Love make you do weird things.
Right. I mean, you're killing toads, killing Koopa, killing Goombas. But what else? You're jumping over pits. Speaking of pits, we're getting close to Yoshi.
So yes, that's a nice lead way into Yoshi.
We're getting into Yoshi.
We are going to talk about Yoshi, who is a fictional dinosaur character created by Shigeru Miyamoto. He wanted Mario to have, a dinosaur companion for the NES games, but due to the limited capabilities of the NES, he wasn't able to do that. When the Super Nintendo comes around, he is finally able to have his companion for Mario. So Yoshi makes his debut in Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo that was released in Japan November 21st, 1990. And released in the U.S. August 18th of 1991. So,
well, where should we announce the elephant in the room in this one?
Go for it.
So, Mario is an equal opportunity abuser when it comes to animals, for sure. Now, all of us that are in our mid 30s and higher, I'm sure you've played Super Mario World. I'm sure you've had a Yoshi. You played with a Yoshi. You ate the apples. You collected all the Yoshi coins with Yoshi. Did anyone really look at the animation on how that tongue comes out of his mouth?
I'm sure no one did.
All right, let's look at the display box. The display box of Super Mario first. See, I'm going deep. This one, I looked at this as I was doing my research, and I was like, oh my God, this makes sense. So let's look at the display box. The display box shows Mario riding on Yoshi. I think he has this cape. This is when the cape came in, which was the replacement of the Tanuki tail, right?
Yes, he does have his cape on. Yes. Yellow cape.
He's got his fist in the air, raising in like he's like, oh yeah, I'm the man, right?
Yes.
And Yoshi's looking back at him.
He is.
Now let's go to the animation. Same exact movement, but the only thing different is that it's a still frame in the picture showing Yoshi looking at him, probably thinking like, is he going to hit me? Is this man going to hit me in the back of the head? And if you look at the animation in the game, he hits Yoshi in the back of the head, and that tongue comes right out. So you're telling me you can't just, you don't talk to this thing? This thing doesn't know English? I'm sure it does. Yeah,
because when we find them, they're talking.
Right. So why are you punching this thing in the back of the head, Mario?
Yeah, that is kind of violent.
Yeah. And then let's not forget the pits. But then again, that's also user capable as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, should I get this extra this extra inch? Should I leave this level with Yoshi? Or should I just let him fall in the pit?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guilty. I let that man fall in the pit almost every time. I'm guilty.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've let him come live with me after the level.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm insane. But Mario definitely is when he's punching him in the back of the head. But I'm hitting the button for him to do it.
Giving the command.
You know, this is becoming a big psychological game for us all right now.
Yeah.
I'm even questioning my morals at this point. Continue, brother.
Yeah, I mean, the story of Super Mario World, you know, have our heroes, Mario, Luigi, Toadstool, you know, they're resting on a beach. They decide to take a nap. And when they wake up, Princess Toadstool is gone. Disappeared. Mario and Luigi go searching for her.
Again, mind you, there's more bricks, more stone, and more buttons to hit.
Yes.
Those are toads. We're still in that mushroom kingdom.
So they come upon an egg, a giant egg. Yoshi is hatched. And he proceeds to tell Mario and Luigi how his pals were sealed in an egg, similar to the one that he popped out of, and that they were taken by a group of turtles.
The Koopa. Black magic.
Yes. So the Koopas, Bowser, they're back in town. They want revenge. They have Toadstool. And of course, Mario uses Yoshi, travel around the dinosaur land. And of course, they end up laying the smacketh downeth on Bowser.
On that candy ass.
The princess back.
On the candy ass.
Well, that's pretty much Super Mario World.
I mean, he had to abuse people to get to where he needed to be.
Yes.
So, yeah, are y'all convinced yet? Are you convinced it's Mario that's doing this, or are you convinced that you're doing this?
You, the controller player.
I mean, let me know.
Oh.
Let me know. Because, again, I'm questioning my life at this point. Because I didn't think about it until I actually was here.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, my resource was saying, oh, Mario's doing this, Mario's doing that. I'm like, is he doing that, though?
Or is it the player? Makes you think.
It does, because I'm over here thinking right now with the beer.
What do you listeners think? Let us know.
All right.
I think...
Was it Yoshi's Story 2 after that? Or Yoshi's Story?
I didn't go that far.
My bad. Oh, you didn't?
I just stopped.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, let's go further into this then. Let's go further into this.
It's all you. Go ahead.
Let's
go down to Yoshi's story.
So let's get this straight. So mind you, this man's getting beat in the back of the head and being dropped in pits. Oh, the other thing is when you get hit by an enemy, it's Yoshi that takes the brunt end of it, not you.
That's true. Because he falls off, or Mario falls off, then Yoshi runs away.
Right, and you got to catch him before he falls. He's frantic. He doesn't know what's going on. He's an animal, right? Just like any other animal, they're like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? If you don't catch him in time, he's going to fall into a pit. That's on you. You put him in Yoshi as a human shield. You said, hey, you're going to take this for the team. I don't claim you at this point. I don't claim you. And now you got to get him. So let's go to Yoshi's Island, right? Now you got the two twins. You got the two brothers, Mario and Luigi, and their babies.
So before you go any further, I have not played Yoshi Island. I kind of stopped playing Mario games after Super Mario World.
I played this one briefly. I didn't play very much of it.
I think the idea of Yoshi, I wasn't interested. Essentially.
Oh, what?
I was like, oh, they're still making games. That's
Yoshi
good.
was that man. Yoshi's that man. I mean, look at the Smash Brothers character. I mean, the players. People use Yoshi all the time.
Did they?
But in competition, Yoshi's that man. I mean, not everyone uses Yoshi, but there are some pretty good Yoshi players out there. Hats off to you all Smash Brother players that are good. Yeah. But y'all did create a rule that, I don't know, I'm not saying all of y'all did this, but I heard this through the grapevine because I'm in the fighting game community myself. But I heard y'all made a rule, or got a new rule in place that y'all have to have good hygiene in order to be competing. Yes, I heard this through the grapevine of the FGC. Okay?
Why do we need a rule? This should be a standard
thing.
Look,
let me tell you this. You get these grown men that play these video games, or kids that play these video games, and they get hooked on them. They're not going to take a shower. They're not going to brush their teeth. They're going to play the thing that it's until someone pries them off.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that in a bad way, but if you have game addiction or something like that, that happens. Some of these people in these tournaments probably had game addictions, and and also autism does that too.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I mean, autism does quite a few things. But I mean, autism also, I'm pretty sure, helps you. I mean, it doesn't help you, but you forget some stuff.
Right.
You're so occupied, so focused on everything else.
Yes.
So then now we're in the Yoshi story. Sorry. So now we got the two, Mario and Luigi, as babies. The stork loses them. First off, how does he still have a job after this?
Right.
Right.
When it's one job to deliver.
Yeah. All you got to do is just deliver it to the parents. That's it.
The stork carry any insurance for misplaced packaging?
Nope. They don't. Because you want to know something? They just could throw up their feathers and be like, well, it's not my problem, and then just call it a day. That's why the Yoshi had to deal with it. So you telling me Mario's done this all to Yoshi, the first Super Mario World game, and then you got these different colored Yoshi, or whatever you want to call them, in multiple, going through all hell and high water to make sure that these babies get back to where they need to be. And then all I do is get hit in the back of the neck and thrown in a pit. Come on, man. Make it make sense. Make this make sense, because it's not. Mario's insane. Mario is insane. This man will go through.
You heard it here first.
Yes. He will go through anything and everything to get some tail. He will abuse everybody he can. Even Father Jumpman. Even Father Jumpman will abuse everything he can to make sure that he gets his get back. Oh yeah, they will abuse everything, even their own family if they got to.
That's true.
Yeah, so you got that. You have okay. So here's the other thing too. Well, this isn't the next game related, but there is a correlation from Mario games to staged kidnapping.
Staged kidnapping.
Yes.
What?
Yes. I went small down that rabbit hole. I didn't go too much further. But yeah, the Mario games have a correlation for that. You all would have to look that up. I'm not necessarily sure all the information on it, but I saw some stuff and I was like, this is interesting.
Kidnapping. Yeah.
This is very interesting.
Because it is kind of repetitive. He has to keep going, chasing after a princess.
Right. And think of it. People that are actually playing it, like, oh, what would it be like to actually do that? And then they talk to their girlfriend, spouse, or whomever, or boyfriend, spouse, or whomever, and like, oh yeah, why don't we try that? And I have to look for you, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna touch that, but yeah, there's it's not a huge correlation, but there is something to do with that. We won't touch on that. Maybe if we do a part 2, if y'all want to do a part 2 on that,
I can do a part 2.
But yeah, I mean, since we're talking about family, so that's the first family member, Yoshi. Let's get into Luigi.
Let's go.
Let's get into this man.
Let's go.
This man's a timid, scared, tall, dark, and handsome. Can float in the air. He gets the short end of the stick. Let's start with Mario is missing.
Okay.
Raise your hand. Anyone that's listening right now, raise your hand if you know what Mario's missing is, and what system it's on. I'll wait.
It was one of those.
It was one of those obstructive, obscene ones because
it came out in a weird time. I remember, when I had the Super Nintendo.
It was a weird one. It was like an informational, wasn't it like?
I never played
geography. Oh, it was like a geography type, like.
Oh, is it? Well, I don't know. I was mentioning something like Carmen Sandiego thing. So it was like a geography game?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't so much geography. Like you were running around the area, right? And it was a side scroller, but it was kind of like the first side scroller you could go up and down. But it wasn't like, oh, you in real time go up and down in the map. You just hit. Oh, excuse me. That was the chair. You just hit down, and then he'll just kind of have a little walking animation. Then he'll sprint. and then you're back to the side
So
scroll
they're
again.
trying something different.
Yeah.
So Mario's Missing came out in January of 1993 in North America on MS-DOS.
MS-DOS.
For those who remember the MS-DOS. But it didn't make its way to Nintendo, the console, in 1993.
So it's like you got to talk to people in the area. You got to get clues.
Educational game.
Yeah, it was an educational game. It talked about like Roman stuff and places and things, nouns, all that stuff. And then you had to piece everything together on where the location of the next clue would be, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, looking here, must travel around the world, find, return stolen treasure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a hunt for things. Okay.
So how does it go from a free side-scrolling game where you're just like killing toads, you're killing Yoshis, you're beating Yoshis in the back of the head?
They let the software Toolworks, they brought the licensing rights for Mario. And I guess they wanted to target a different audience, make it more of an educational game and not a game where you're chasing tails.
He's laughing at my face right now. He's laughing at my face.
But no, it looks like, what is this, 93? So more computers were getting in people's homes at the time.
Yeah.
And so I would figure might not have a console because I'm sure at the time probably families and didn't agree with owning a video game console because it'll rot your brain.
Yeah.
But now look, you can esports, but
and literally staves away dementia.
True. Facts. So I guess they just want to hit, touching the computer market.
I guess. But man, was it an awful game.
Was that bad, huh?
It was awful. No one wants to figure out geography and science and all the rest of the good stuff.
They do.
Okay, you know what?
Why not?
I'm wrong. I'm wrong for saying that.
No, you're not wrong. It's just, growing up, kind of a little off topic here. Certain things you may be exposed to, and I know school can be chaotic and they'll like shove all this stuff at you, but it's kind of like if you're not exposed to it, you don't know if you like it or not.
Second beer, boys and girls.
And I was thinking about this earlier. It's like, hey, it's good to be exposed to certain things because you don't know if you'll enjoy it or not.
Yeah,
just being exposed to something.
Well, yeah, I mean, I see what you. And then coming home from school, or if you kind of wanted something easy to do or something like that to kind of keep you intrigued but not getting yourself in trouble. Yeah. I could see that, right?
Yeah.
I could see that. But from someone who's played the Mario series,
right?
That's not something you're not looking to play something like that. I'm like, wait, well, what is this?
Oh, I'm sure there's games out there. They'll come to us where it's
one thing and it's
then another game comes out, something different.
Oh, shoot.
Not so much from like a top-down view game going to 3D, nothing like that. But this was just...
Oh, like Halo and Halo Wars.
Yeah. So you go the first-person shooter, then go to the real-time strategy type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I thought when that first came out...
But those are those two genres are up our alley, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're getting Luigi, like I said.
Yes.
So we've got Mario's Missing, which is... Again, educational game. If you're all for that, I'm not knocking it by any means. But if you were someone, again, if you played Mario games, this wasn't it for you. This wasn't something you wanted to do. But let's fast forward to the end of it, right? You get to the end of this game. Mm-hmm. You got the brother. You got the little brother who literally is like, oh my God, I am now somebody who can actually do something. I am capable. I can find my brother so that we can go ahead and save Mushroom Kingdom again.
Yes.
Once more. And mind you, Mario's Missing were no stones, no bricks, nothing. You were just traveling the world.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what Mario does? He finds the key. Luigi finds the key, opens the cage that he was trapped in. You know what Mario does? Just looks at him. Just looks at him.
Blank stare.
Just no thank you. No thank you text. No nothing. Just looks at him.
Typical.
And then walks off.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So ungrateful. Mean. Rude. Disrespectful.
I feel that you are, what's the word? You're patronizing me right now. being the little brother talking about this stuff. But yeah, just looks at him and walks off like, what? What? Let's go further. Let's go with Mario Tennis, Power Tennis on the GameCube. Luigi wins the tournament. If you play Luigi as the main character for the story, wins the tournament. Everyone's happy for him. Mario walks up to him, gives a little laugh, clapping, takes his foot and steps on Luigi's foot and grinds his foot into Luigi's shoe.
Couldn't let Luigi have a moment.
No. New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
You beat the game. Mario and I think at the time, was it Princess Peach? I don't know. He's got so many women now. He's got a harem. Right? Yeah, it was Princess Peach. Luigi comes down on a hot air balloon. He's like, look, I'm gonna let y'all ride with me. Come on in.
Come on down.
Gets him in. He looks over at the other balloon where Toad is. He's like, oh, we're gonna go. He reaches for the door. That balloon's gone.
What?
Yes, they hijacked his balloon. You gonna tell me that Mario's a good brother? No, he's selfish. He's got a harem. A harem, not a harem. Harem. This man is insane. This man will go through anything, and at the end of the day, he will do all of this for some tail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, I'm a man. We're both men, okay?
Yes.
We like some tail. I get it, right? Right?
Yes.
But I don't think we've ever tried to kill each other or leave one another by themselves somewhere stranded.
Never.
I'm like, oh yeah, Luis is down the street, so I'm taking the car and I'm leaving you here at this stop sign.
No.
And I'm gone.
It'll probably be more like, just drop me off here and come get me.
Come get me later. Yeah, when I'm done. When I'm done hanging out. And it's just like, man, this guy has done everything crazy. I don't know. The viewers, you tell me, is this a good brother? Mind you.
No, he mean to Luigi.
Very, very mean to Luigi. Now, mind you, this man is still insane like his father was. Now, we're going to claim that Jumpman is his father.
Mm-hmm.
Because there ain't no way he's living 100 plus years here. Or close to.
Especially after falling off the skyscraper.
Yeah, right. Instead of just hitting the ground and running away. But this man is insane. I don't think Mario's who we think he is.
Mm-hmm.
We think he's the greatest. Oh, there's another one for Luigi, right? Paper Mario, back game again. Paper Mario for the N64, one of my favorite Marios out of the Paper Mario series. That first one, amazing. 1,000 Year Door, amazing. The story, everything amazing. But in the first one, you can go back to the house and you can find, I think it's either a 10 or 15 page diary on how much he admires his brother. Luigi admires Mario. Yeah, you can read this and everything. First off, why the fuck are you going through your brother's diary?
I don't know.
Or is it the viewer? Is it the player?
The player
that's
again.
doing this.
Could
right?
be. Yeah.
See? You gotta assume accountability.
Yes.
Just because Mario did it doesn't mean you didn't do it too.
Right.
Right? So he's got a 10, 15 page diary. And you're reading through this, and he is just admiring his brother, like how he wants to go on all these adventures, how he wants to be seen as a hero too, right? Tell me how in the game you never really get him to come help you.
With you.
Right. The only time that happens is in the Superstar Saga series. Yeah, but I mean, even stuff happens to him, to Luigi there too. Mario just kind of looks at him like, oh, you'll be all right. But I mean, in the Superstar Saga series, I believe there is, in the first one, there is something that happens to Luigi and you have to go get him. Because you need him to complete the game.
Right.
But, yeah, man, Mario is not who we think he is. But then again, are you who you think you are? By doing the decisions that Mario's doing.
Making decisions for him. Yeah. The world may never know.
They won't. Only you could make that decision. Yeah. Only you can think about that one. Because at the end of the day, you are pressing that button. But just think how many Toads you killed. How many Toads Mario killed. Because the game doesn't play unless it's on.
True.
Oh, let's talk about the Herm for a minute. Oh man, let me put my knee up. Oh, let's talk about the Herm for a minute. You remember the movie, the Super Mario movie with John Leguizamo? Oh my God! First off, horrible ass movie.
I did not watch it.
What? I mean, it is a cult classic, right? By any means. It is still horrible though.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Mario.
I saw bits and pieces, but I don't believe I ever watched it.
But I don't.
From beginning to end.
I couldn't tell you how many times Luigi said Daisy. Couldn't tell you. Daisy. Oh, Daisy. It's like, Luigi, shut the fuck up. You're not doing nothing right now.
Right.
But yeah, tell me how Super Mario Land on Game Boy. Why is Mario going out to save Daisy? That's Luigi's girl.
It's Luigi's girl, and some reason Mario was messing around.
You know what? At this point, fuck Mario, man. Because this man is doing anything and everything. He is a heathen out here. He is a menace to society at the moment. But then again, you as a player, you're going to save Daisy. We got to think about this. We got to kind of rethink how we do things, right?
Yes.
But obviously, I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, it's a game. You want to play the game. You want to enjoy yourself, right?
You do, yes.
But as a player, you don't think about these things. You're just playing the game. I sure as hell didn't think about it when I was playing Super Mario World and dropping bombs of Yoshis and pits and stuff like that. I wasn't thinking about that. Hitting. And I would even grow. Oh, there's the other thing too.
The mushroom.
The mushroom. You literally hit the question mark box and get a mushroom. That didn't tip us off. That didn't tip us off at all. Oh my God. Again, the wheels are spinning. Super Mario All-Stars on Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
There's the bad mushroom, right?
Been a long time.
There's the bad, so there's the good mushroom and there's the bad mushroom.
Yeah.
That didn't tip us off. That was a bad toad.
Nope. We were just kids hitting boxes, eating mushrooms, hitting dinosaurs on the head.
We are terrible people. Mario's even worse, but we're terrible. We're terrible.
So what's the final verdict, man? Or is it still out there? We'll dive a little more.
He's still insane. Don't get me wrong. He's still insane. Just based off of cutscenes.
Yeah.
And Father Jumpman and what he's been doing, right?
Right.
I mean, and his death affected Mario.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically is doing the same exact thing, just in a different way, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's, to me personally, I think it's both the player and Mario.
Player and Mario. They are insane. Okay.
Well, Mario's insane. He's a menace. But I think the player is in question because you are playing the game. Yeah, obviously, again, not thinking about it. You're just playing the game.
Right.
But in essence to that, you're playing it and probably not even having the backstory about the stone and the bricks and stuff like that, right? Most people probably don't.
No.
Most people probably don't.
Because, yeah, you're right. Because I remember playing, I was like, oh, we hit this is what we do. Mind you, computers aren't in the household yet.
Right.
We didn't get magazines. So
internet was very infantile at that time. You don't get all that information. But then again, I mean, you got that story in the manual, but the manual was just like a picture book for me to use the bathroom with. You know what I mean?
Right. That's true.
It was just like, oh, look, I've seen this picture like 6,000 times, but it's cool to look at. You know what I mean?
You have the ones, but then you have the ones who do not read the manual.
Right.
I was one of those. I never read the manual.
I didn't either, unless it was fighting games, because it gave you the
combo
inputs.
list.
Yeah. But yeah, I never read the manuals either. But I don't know. It's just kind of a toss up, because then now you got to think about it. It's kind of like us when you got to assemble something and you don't read the instruction manual. You're sitting there like, oh, how do I do this? I don't understand.
That's
so
true.
It's kind of that thing. Like, we don't think about how games have consequences in them, right? Or what effect are you doing by, oh, you're the good guy, you're doing this. But at the same time, what's not being in check at this point now that you've defeated this boss?
True. Yes.
I don't know. It got real philosophical for just a second there.
Made me think of Thanos for a moment.
Yeah, right? Thanos is another beast in itself. We're not gonna get to him right now, but yeah, that's my verdict.
All right.
That's my verdict.
You guys here.
Mario's a menace.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mario's a mess. Mario's still insane. So I thought we'd bring back, what do we do? This or that?
Oh, this or that? Oh, shit. I didn't even do any questions.
I got some for you started, but we'll see what comes to mind.
All right. So I still have my beer. So the rule is you either pick. So I guess you can give me a few, and then as you're doing that, I'll think of a few.
Just a little twist. This, that, or the third.
Or the third. Jesus Christ. So the rule is basically you pick whatever it is that you think is the best possible answer. If you say both, we both have to take a sip of our beer.
Mm-hmm.
We have to drink to it. All right, go ahead.
All right, so we'll do movies. The first question I have here: favorite actor to play Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland?
You know, I'm pretty biased. We're gonna go Tobey.
Tobey, okay, same. Tobey. I feel. Well, I guess I don't know, but I feel Tobey was right. Portrayed the right. I don't know. There's no right type of nerd, but
ooh,
I feel he played the character
well.
Should have been well.
Yeah.
Yes,
as the nerd he is.
Yes, it felt fitting to way how the comics were written. Andrew, I know it's Amazing Spider-Man, and that Spider-Man was a little different, but I just didn't.
Yeah, I never really got into all the Spider-Man, so I don't know the difference between the two.
Okay.
I know there's timelines and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. Earth 2099, and I think 2099 is the Earth now, right?
Not sure.
See,
And then Tom Holland. So I just wanted to know which one you believe played Spider-Man the best.
Oh, yeah,
or your
Tobey
favorite.
Maguire for sure.
This one's a kind of, I don't know. You can just pick one. But favorite actor to play Batman, and this is the Hollywood movie ones, the live action, I guess you'd say.
Okay.
You know, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Adam West, Michael Keaton, Robert Pattinson, George Clooney, and Val Kilmer.
Oh, Val played Batman?
Did.
I thought he was one of the villains.
Batman Forever.
Oh, yeah, Val did. I liked Val Kilmer. I mean, they're all really good actors for the most part. I didn't see the Robert Pattinson one. I didn't see the Ben Affleck one. You know what? I'm going to have to stick with the tried and true. I'm going to go Adam West. I'm going to go Adam West.
Adam West.
That's a hot take. Hot take, but I'm going to go Adam West. Holy Toledo's Batman.
Nothing wrong with that. I enjoyed Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was good too.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson, Batman, more of a, well, the first movie anyway, more of a detective type movie.
Mm.
So he's doing more of that investigative work. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Long, but good. But he said Adam West.
Adam West. Adam West.
That's a good one.
All right, here we go. Rappers. Big L or Big E?
Big L, I never really listened to. Again, I was never exposed to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard the name. But
all right, let me change that.
Biggie.
Okay, all right, let me change that then. Well, Big E, but let's do this one. Big Noid or Biggie? I know you like Big Noid. I know you like Big Noid.
I think I would still say Biggie.
Okay. Tupac or Kendrick?
Ooh, hot take.
Mm-hmm.
I really wasn't a Tupac fan.
Neither was I. I like Tupac.
Right.
His music is good, but neither was I. But I would pick the opposite. I would go Tupac because, again, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple songs I like with Kendrick. I can't do his delivery. I just cannot. I'm the type where if you can deliver a song well,
yeah,
and you can tell a story, he does everything great, but his delivery to me.
Okay.
Hot take.
I don't know. I would go Kendrick.
Okay.
I like more of his older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, because there was a point where he hit that commercialized.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell his music changes.
Yeah.
Same thing with DMX. Once he hit album 3, it was commercialized music. I was like, oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But
his first 2 albums was the hottest selling ones.
yes.
All right, here we go. J. Cole or Mobb Deep?
It's the M-O-double-B.
Yes, Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep. Okay. Going to video games. Okay, here we go. We got Earthbound or Mario?
Dang, I need to expand my gaming library.
Mm.
So I never played Earthbound.
Okay.
I heard of it. So Mario by default.
Okay, fair. Let's go Final Fantasy VII or Chrono Trigger.
I didn't play either of those games.
You know what? Drink to that. I'll drink with you. I'll drink with you. But that's your punishment. You got to drink to that.
So for you, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter?
No, Street Fighter for sure.
Okay.
Hands down. Hands down, Street Fighter.
I was trying to think of another beat 'em up, but okay. Battlefield or Call of Duty?
Battlefield.
Okay.
Although I don't play it as much anymore, but Battlefield still.
Okay.
I love Battlefield. I love it. Here's one for you. Avocados or mangoes?
Probably mangoes. I'm not an avocado fan.
You're insane. You're not my brother. You're insane. You might as well be with Mario if that's the case. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Why?
So Android actually put a bad taste in my mouth.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Years ago, I was eyeing a Samsung Galaxy. I think it was 2 at the time. Something told me to wait. So I kept waiting. Then the 3 came out. And this is when you could take batteries in and out of your phone.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I guess I got a defective phone because it would just die all the time. One time, I guess it died. Alarm didn't go off. And then I found out I can make it to Orlando in like 30 minutes.
Oh, for work?
No, just going to the movies.
Oh.
I was over living in Vieira at the time.
Gotcha.
So, dang, I was not speeding. I was doing the speed limit.
Don't let that man lie to you. Don't you dare. 30 minutes and kiss my ass.
30 minutes or less.
I mean, you could make it in 30 minutes. I mean, you're not wrong, but you're definitely not doing the speed limit.
All right, where were we? Pepsi or Coke?
Coke. You were a Pepsi guy.
I was. And then all of a sudden it changed. Pepsi just didn't taste like it used to. Then I switched to Coke.
None of them did. None of them. I still drink that. I'd rather drink the Mexican Cokes from Chipotle.
Yes, Mexican Coke with the sugar cane.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
the good sugar.
Where it is at.
The good sugar. Running or walking?
Well, it depends. If I'm being chased by Mario. I'm being chased by Mario.
Oh my God, my eyes are watering right now. You saw that too? I got so much anxiety from watching that. My God. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh, I about cried when I saw that. I was like, what is this? What is this? All right. So we'll get to this. So there's a mod for Mario and it's called Mario 85. You said chasing Mario. Jesus Christ. So you're Luigi. You go through this, YouTube it, but you go through the level as a basic level, right? Mm-hmm. And it looks like, one of the Mario 1 levels, but then the further you get into, you get this pop-up, right? And then it's like Mario's face, but it looks really demented. And not like demented where it's like beat up or anything like that. It's just different bone structure. It's just creepy looking.
Yeah.
And then it changes. So it was blue in the background. Now it's like kind of like a tint, like a darker tint, right? Mm-hmm. Like sunset. And then it gets this pop-up again. And then it's completely black. And so you're going through the end of the level. You get to, it depends on which level, which ending you get first. Because
there's different endings.
Well, there's one where where Mario takes Princess Peach or Princess Toadstool, whichever one to call her, mm-hmm. and throws her through a pole and just splits her in half.
What?
Just splits her in half completely.
What is this?
Mario 85.
I'm sure this is not sanctioned by Nintendo.
No, it's not. It's modded. It's modded. It's modded. But yeah, split her in half. And you see this, you see this, and you just immediately start running back. And then you get the Mario 2 boss music, and then you're jumping, you hear, and all the rest of that good stuff. You hear like bricks being broken. Again, all those toads dying, mm-hmm. all coming back to it, all those toads dying. And you're trying to get back there. You don't even have a way to grow and be strong to break a brick, kill a toad or two to try to get through.
No mushrooms for Mario.
No.
Or
it's Luigi. Yeah.
Sorry.
And you got this thing running after you. Now you can hit him on the head. It'll freeze him for a couple seconds, but he'll come back at you. He'll blow through tubes or pipes or whatever it is. Shit's insane. I had never had the most anxiety in my life watching that. I saw it on Facebook and I was like, and this was like maybe a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what is this am I watching right now?
Coming after you.
And then you finally get into the tube and then it said, oh, the game is just merely beginning. Meh, 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 you know, and
Just the start.
before you even get to the tube, he falls in a pit, right? And it's like, oh God, well, that's over with, right? So you can get to the tube. All of a sudden, he comes back bigger and more creepier than anything, and he's just like, just busting through. Man.
Check out the video.
Yeah,
guys.
check out the video. Mario 5.
Mario 85.
That shit's insane. Whoever thought of that? And then there's like 3 other versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's I don't know if it was ColecoVision or one of the. Maybe MS-DOS version of it. It could have been. Yeah, it was an MS-DOS version. And then there's 2 Super Nintendo versions. There is a Mario Superstars, Mario All-Stars version, and then there's a Mario World version. Mario World version is pretty creepy. Mario Superstars is pretty creepy.
You have to check this out.
Yeah, what the hell? There's a video that shows all 4 of them on YouTube. I can't believe you saw that.
What?
You really saw that?
No.
Wait, what?
I just made this and Mario's chasing me. Depending if I'm running or walking.
Oh my God. So you never even seen it. And I just went off on a tangent on something you haven't seen yet.
No. I was just trying to make a joke.
Yeah, well, you made a joke and you brought me to fucking tears because that shit was fucking insane when I saw it. And I was like, oh yeah, my childhood is broken right now.
But I guess to answer the question, I'm going to go with walking.
Yeah, same. I'm a slow walker anyway.
Yeah.
What's that for me? That's it for me for questions.
That's it. That's all you got?
Yeah, for now. I gotta be better at that.
All right, I got one more for you.
Okay.
Disney, I guess, as a theme park.
Okay.
Or Universal.
You know, I'm gonna have to drink to this one. And not drinking because I like them both. They're great. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But I'm drinking to them because neither, and here's why. Disney is just hot. It's just hot. There's too many people.
Right.
There's mascots. There's Mickey and Minnie walking around. And, they don't, I mean, they're just there. And then people are just inconsiderate. And they just kind of like, I got to take a picture. And they get all up in your way to go take a picture with these people. And it's just like, you know what?
Just stopping in the middle of the walkway.
Right. Just hold up.
Please stop doing that.
Yeah. There's whole movies of Mickey. You can just do that. You know what I mean? And Universal, they took away Dueling Dragons. Dueling Dragons is no longer there.
It's gone. That was, I would have to say, the greatest ride.
Yeah.
Universal Orlando.
Yes. No, the California stuff, that's all fake. It's all fake. Okay. So nobody, no, Universal, Disney in California. No. They're not. Okay.
Florida's where it's at.
Florida's where it's at. You get all the tourists. You get all the attractions. You get all the people to get pissed off at. You might as well just come down here and do it.
All right. One last one.
Okay. Oh, let me drink to it first. Hold on.
All right. As far as the Dueling Dragons, red or blue?
I can never remember that.
Because they both had
I'll go with red.
Yes.
Red was more angrier.
Yes.
Red had more like twists and turns and stuff like that. Blue
was like mild.
Yeah.
I would agree. Yeah, red. Same here.
Red for sure. Red for sure. But now SeaWorld's got good roller coasters now. But I can't do them anymore. I get motion sickness now. So I can't do it. It's like, I'll do one. That's all I got. I might get sick afterwards, but that's all I got. Dramamine doesn't even help.
Yeah, I might have to try that.
What, Dramamine?
Yeah.
Doesn't help me.
So
I hope it helps you, though.
Last year, I got the bright idea. Go to Epcot, ride the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, nice.
Cosmic Rewind roller coaster. So as we are waiting for our call to go in, we went on test track. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Correction. We went on Guardians first.
Okay, we got that correction from Cicerone.
And I made it through Guardians. For some reason, that ride just Gives me a little woozy. Then we went on test track.
So yeah, I remember going on test track way back when.
It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get off test track, and I decided to blow chunks. Couldn't make it. I thought I did.
You know what? That's all right. Dramamine's worse. That's all right, man. Yeah.
But appreciate you listeners out there. Thank you for listening.
Make sure you take a Dramamine. Rethink your life now that you've played Mario. Know that Mario's insane.
Mario's insane.
He's a menace. Sorry, he's a menace.
We will have to do a part 2 to see if he continues to be a menace in games that came out for the Super Nintendo. Did he have a GameCube game?
Mario Sunshine.
Mario Sunshine.
Oh,
okay.
oh. There's a couple of them I just thought of, but yeah. Mm-hmm. He's still a menace. He's still a menace. A small tidbit.
Mm-hmm.
The Wigglers, remember those little guys? He destroys their world twice. Mario 64, Mario Sunshine. Them motherfuckers don't want anything to do with anybody. They're like any other bug, just chilling.
Minding their own business.
Minding their own business. And here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Just for some tail. I mean, look, get it how you live.
Right.
But don't be fucking up people's homes for this, okay?
Yes.
Don't be doing this. Don't be flooding. Don't be like burning shit down, all right? Just, you're just an insane ex-boyfriend at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Insane ex-boyfriend.
All right.
Or boyfriend.
We'll leave it at that. Again, thank you guys for listening.
I'm having the last bit of my beer.
And we're out.
Howdy.